Breaking news! Something very different is happening at Broncos training camp, and trust me, this isn't your typical preseason storyline. Behind the scenes, there's a shift happening inside the locker room, and it's not just about schemes or stats. It's about brotherhood, fire, and a bond that might just change the direction of this franchise. From Nick Bonitto skyrocketing into the NFL's elite, to Jonathan Cooper flat-out dominating camp, to a rookie wide receiver who might be forcing his way into the starting lineup. What's happening right now at Dove Valley is turning heads for all the right reasons. And before I lay out every detail I've been hearing from inside that building, if you're a real Denver Broncos fan and want to see this team hit the playoffs hard this season, make sure you hit that like button right now, especially if you've been with us through the highs, the lows, and everything in between. And hey, if you're ready to believe again, drop a comment. Go Broncos! We can make it to the Super Bowl. Now let's talk football. There's something rare happening in Denver. It's not just about the names on the depth chart. It's about the bond forming among these players, guys who've been the man at every level, who've carried entire teams on their backs. Yet here they are, choosing to hang out, to build camaraderie, to become more than just teammates. The chemistry we're seeing is something you can't fake. You've got Bo Nix hosting private passing camps with his guys, refusing to disclose the location because that time together, away from the media, is sacred. It's about building trust, not clicks. That's powerful, and it's showing up all over the field. Speaking of showing up, let's talk about Nick Bonitto. This guy wasn't just a surprise when the Broncos picked him at 64. He's now officially the 38th best player in the entire NFL according to the NFL Top 100. That's not a typo. And the Broncos locker room erupted when that news hit. Jonathan Cooper, Marvin Mims, and others flooded social media with love for Bonitto. These guys aren't just playing alongside each other. They're rooting for each other like brothers. Jonathan Cooper, by the way, is having the kind of camp that gets you Pro Bowl buzz. His name keeps popping up in reports more than any other player. He's relentless, disruptive, and he's doing it against our own offense day in and day out. This is a guy who fell in the draft because of past heart issues that are no longer a concern. And now, Vance Joseph is openly questioning why it took this long for people to start recognizing Cooper's game-changing ability. Cooper had 10.5 sacks last season, and it looks like that was just the beginning. When you pair him with Bonitto, who is one of the fastest first steps in the league, you're looking at arguably the best edge duo in the NFL. That's not hyperbole. That's based on what they're doing right now in real time. And for those worried about the offense, especially Bo Nix, take a breath. There's been some noise about the lack of back-to-back dominant days in camp, but this is the NFL. In training camp, defenses have a huge advantage. They know the script. They know the plays. They know the situations. Even the Bengals, with Joe Burrow and two high-paid wideouts, are being dominated in practice by their own defense, and that defense is considered the worst in the league without Trey Hendrickson. So yes, Bo Nix isn't lighting it up every single snap in practice, but that doesn't mean he's struggling. Joe Lombardi isn't panicking. When asked about Bo's performance in the preseason game against the 49ers, he shrugged it off. He pointed out that a single missed catch or slightly off throw can change the whole narrative. Bo's numbers would have looked very different if Courtland Sutton had pulled in a catch he makes 9 times out of 10. And don't forget, Bo was working behind a patchwork offensive line and throwing to a 5 feet 10 inches slot receiver who might not even make the roster. That's not the real offense. Then there's the corner blitz from the 49ers that led to a safety. That's a play you never see in preseason. Even national analysts were shocked that San Francisco brought that level of intensity in a meaningless game. But what we did see, if you were paying attention, was Bo Nix controlling the line, calling protections, audibling, identifying the mic, and showing command. These are signs of a quarterback who's growing fast and getting ready to take over. Let's not forget the new names making noise. Rookie wide receiver Pat Bryant has been catching everyone's eye at camp. His fluidity, his ability to shift gears mid-route, and his connection with both Bo and Jarrett Stidham have stood out. He's not a burner like Mims, but his route running is elite. Sean Payton has taken notice and said the plan is to get him the ball more in upcoming preseason games. When Payton says that, he means it. And Jade Barron? This dude is a dog. Pat Bryant himself told Kay Adams to keep an eye on Barron, and for good reason. Sean Payton has called him the joker of the defense, capable of lining up at linebacker, safety, inside, outside, you name it. His closing speed and physicality are off the charts. In the preseason game, the man allowed 0 yards after the catch. 0. That's a rare stat, and it speaks volumes. The Broncos are starting to believe, and so should we. This isn't just a training camp buzz. This is a cultural shift. These guys love each other. They play for each other, and that kind of brotherhood is hard to beat in this league. From Bo's maturity to Benito's breakout, to rookies like Bryant and Barron turning heads, to Cooper being an absolute menace, there's something special forming in Denver. Because if what we're seeing now is only the beginning, then Broncos country might be on the verge of witnessing a true resurgence, one that's built not just on talent, but on belief, grit, and unity. Let's dive deeper into that edge room and what it means for this team's identity. When we talk about having the best outside edge rush group in the NFL, we're not just throwing around hype. We're talking about real production, real disruption, and players who are just now tapping into their prime. Jonathan Cooper's dominance this camp is the kind that rewrites narratives. He's not just showing flashes, he's been the most consistently disruptive player in practices. Vets, media, coaches, everyone's noticing. And remember, this is a guy the Broncos took a gamble on due to past health concerns. But George Payton and the scouting department saw past that and trusted the upside. Now, that risk is aging beautifully. Vance Joseph's quote says it all. He's been this dog since I got here. It's not that Cooper is suddenly good. It's that people are finally paying attention. And Benito? His top 40 NFL player ranking isn't just a fan boost. It's the league acknowledging what's coming. He's become the guy that offenses need to game plan for. And when your teammates are hyping you up harder than you hype yourself, that's when you know something real is brewing. It's not just performance, it's leadership, it's culture, it's hunger. But the best part? These guys are doing it together. They feed off each other. They celebrate each other's success like it's their own. It's why this unit is more dangerous than just the sum of its parts. It's chemistry mixed with chaos for opposing quarterbacks. If you're a QB in the AFC West, you'd better get rid of that ball quick, because this edge rush is coming fast and angry. Now, let's go back to Bo Nix. What separates him from many other young quarterbacks is his poise under pressure. Last season, he was statistically one of the best QBs in the NFL at avoiding sacks. That's not a small thing. That's the difference between a second and long and a third and manageable. And now he's improving in the pre-snap phase. Calling protections, reading defenses, making adjustments. That's next level growth, and it's happening right in front of us. The connection he's forming with players like Pat Bryant can't be overstated either. Chemistry like that doesn't show up on stat sheets in August, but it shows up in the clutch in December and January. Bryant has been unguardable at times in camp, not because he's the fastest guy on the field, but because he runs routes with such precision and suddenness that DBs can't stay glued. Add in his timing with Bo and Stidham, and suddenly you've got a rookie wideout forcing his way into the rotation. And the defensive backfield? Jay Barron might be the most exciting chess piece in Vance Joseph's defense. Being dubbed the Joker by Sean Payton means a lot. It means unpredictability, versatility, and trust. A player who can line up all over the field and still be the most disciplined guy out there. When a rookie gives up 0 yards after the catch, that's not just athleticism, that's preparation, vision, and instinct. Barron is already showing the kind of awareness you expect from a 5-year veteran. And don't overlook the steady return of other key players like Alex Singleton and Dre Greenlaw. When Sean Payton says someone's coming back, believe him. His track record is solid on these injury timelines. And that matters, because it means he's not just guessing, he's in control. That kind of consistency from the top builds confidence throughout the roster. All of this momentum is building at just the right time. The joint practice with the Cardinals is up next, followed by the next preseason showdown. These aren't just tune-ups, they're pressure tests. And we're going to see who continues to rise when the lights are a little brighter. Sean Payton's strategy is clear. Identify your dogs early, feed them, and build a system around their strengths. He wants to see Pat Bryant get the rock. He wants to see Barron get tested in real time. He wants to see Bo Nix make mistakes now, so he won't make them when it counts later. We're watching the foundation of something real being built right now in Denver. This isn't smoke and mirrors. This isn't a team leaning on a few superstars and hoping for the best. This is depth. This is a culture change. This is Sean Payton's vision starting to take shape. So Broncos fans, what do you think? Is this defense ready to carry the team back to January football? Can Bo Nix take that next step and silence the preseason critics once and for all? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the next video popping up on your screen. We've got more Broncos updates coming your way. Go Broncos!